Bananas is 34. Cara Maria, 31. Paul is 35. TJ Lavin's 40. What the?
TJ Levin's not even the host. It's Victor Cruz.
Well, that's weird.
I know. Yeah, it's gone odd.
Veronica's 40. Oh my God! I remember Veronica was in the shower in the Miami room, bro. Oh, that's crazy, son.
And Mike the Miz is like the host of the pre-show or whatever.
Well, that makes sense. Evelyn, I remember her. She's 30. Don't know who that is. Maybe those are producers. Trishelle is on here. She's 37. God damn. She was in that.
Why don't I remember Johnny Bananas? I just remember his name.
Because he was on the challenge, I think, and then he was on not the challenge. What was that? Road Rules.
Road Rules. Okay.
When it morphed into the challenge, he was on. I think he's been on every challenge. I don't think he's not been on the challenge.
Yeah, it's crazy. But he's beefing with CM Punk. It's hilarious.
I gotta watch it, and then next week I'm gonna do a soapbox about it because I can't just talk about it. I mean, I could, but I want to have evidence first, just to shred that. Like, what? Are they attacking him as a wrestler or as the UFC fighter that got beaten in like 3 minutes?
UFC fighter.
They're not even talking about his wrestling career.
Not yet. Still got
Bro,
time.
you're giving Punk a lot of credit, dude. You got taken out in like a minute.
I watched that fight. I went to Hooters. I sat there for like ever just to watch. Was that the same night that Brock Lesnar fought? Was that all in the same night?
No, that was like 3 months apart.
Hooters has really good deep fried pickles, by the way.
Yeah, they do. One of those nights I went to Hooters and I feel like it was, well, damn, where did I watch CM Punk get his ass kicked then? Whatever. I saw.
I was at a. Yeah.
So one night you were just at Hooters, not watching the UFC fight, but you had deep fried pickles, and then you watched the fight somewhere else.
Yeah, I did.
It sounds like you hung out the same Hooters for 3 months from the Lesnar fight to the Punk fight.
Yo,
this timeline.
Up in this country or this spot called Concord. Actually, I don't go there. I haven't been there in a minute, but unceremoniously before we start, I know like 3 of the girls that work there because I used to live in the same neighborhood. Wild story for another time, man. Crazy stuff. But
tell me you're on a podcast. You need more subscribers.
I will tell them when I go, and I'm like, "Yo, here now. Remember last summer when I met you at the basketball court and you were like on coke? It was crazy."
Oh my God.
I told you, man. It's a wild story, dude.
This cold open is gone.
Oh my God. Literally. Hey, I'm gonna put the brakes on these wheels real quick, and I'm just gonna say, hey, welcome to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Show. This show, of course, is brought to you by Mike Monster, and hey, just like we have our 50th WWE champion, Bros Before Elbows have reached our 50th episode as far as the actual podcasts go. So yeah, give some snaps, give some claps, give some jumps. Give some jumping jacks, give some high fives, give some low fives, give some knuckles, give some bumps. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we're going to keep this train steady with some weekly episodes, bringing you, of course, our perspective on WWE and pro wrestling. This week's episode, we've got some more Thinner in the Soapbox. Tommy's got some questions, and we're going to talk about some SmackDown, some NXT, some Raw, and then, of course, we're going to hit the end of the show with question of the day. So, Tommy, what's this question?
Question of the day. It goes back to MTV's Challenge. CM Punk is on this season. He's gone from WWE wrestler to UFC fighter to now reality show contestant. Which current male and female WWE superstars would you pick number one if you were starting your own challenge team? So let's think about that, and then we'll answer that at the back half of the show.
Okay, so you have to pick one male and one female?
Yeah, because it's usually separated from males and females, from what I gather from watching 2 episodes of the challenge.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, so it should be interesting.
James Ellsworth and
Carmella.
No, I'm trying to think of a female jobber. Can't think of any.
Carmella.
Original Emma when she came out with what's his face?
Yeah.
Bubbles.
Santino Marella.
That was a weird storyline.
Poor Emma. She just gets hurt a lot, man. Hurt way too much.
This episode is all about Emma and how she keeps getting beat up. No, I'm kidding. But hey, no, seriously though, in all craziness, Jinder Mahal in 2017, in the month of May, during springtime, became everyone's WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Or WWE Champion.
It's crazy, man. He's living on the legacy of Hulk Hogan, Bob Backlund, Harley Race. I mean, all these great people who've held prestigious Ric Flair, all these people, Macho Man. And now we have Jinder Mahal standing beside them.
When you put it that way.
Yeah.
Dude, but
that's the title. It's
totally good for him, dude. That's good. He should stand next to those folks. His name should be in the record books. This guy went from like 2 months ago being ultimate job master McThousand to now becoming the WWE champion. Like he did it. I think it was pointed out. He did it in less than like one pay-per-view cycle. So they just like, that's the biggest push. That is it. It doesn't, I don't think it gets any faster than that. I should take that back because Goldberg got like the most mega push. So I absolutely retract that statement for the record. But Jinder Mahal was absolutely fast-tracked.
It's kind of crazy. Like, yeah, I mean, I think that's why the people are, because it really wasn't like any backstory to it. It wasn't like started from the bottom. He just like won one match and he got a contender. Like it was the first time he was on SmackDown too. He used to be on Raw. He did absolutely nothing on Raw the last several months.
He was trying to prove that he was a good fighter, but he had Rusev. Rusev was the boat anchor. Rusev was the one that kept getting like beat up and couldn't hold his own.
That makes no sense. Rusev is holding down Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, dude, it sounds so stupid, but Jinder was like, "No, dude, screw this. Like, I'm out of this team." That's why they broke apart, dude. Jinder the whole time has just been trying to prove himself. That's all he's been doing. That's it. He's training hard. He's working hard, and all he's trying to do is win his matches. Rusev was holding him back. I know it sounds dumb, but
so he's just a common Punjabi, working hard with his hands.
It should make him come out if you little polka dots. See what happens.
Look, man, it's so funny to me that Jinder Mahal gets a fast track push, and we're heralding this. We like this. Tommy, I know you don't like it, but we're like, yay, cool. And then if Roman Reigns were to get the same push, he would get booed. We're not going to talk about Roman Reigns right now, though. I just want to point that fact out. Like, there were actually fans in Chicago and the next night and wherever they were at SmackDown that were like cheering this. And I'm just like, wow, Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion.
As he should be.
The wing belt. This was the belt that had the wings on. This is the original WWF championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, from back in the day, wrestling we grew up watching. But then I'm like, well, Iron Sheik was WWF champion once before Hulk Hogan came along. So why not Jinder Mahal? I mean, he went and worked his butt off, got in great physical condition. It's just like a payoff. And I think it's kind of a test run just to see, you know. But he fits perfectly in that position. He's, you know, Punjabi, blah, 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 you know. Death to American, or not death, but you know, not that. No,
it's an
I love
episode of retracted statements.
Yeah, I retract that. But you know, he's just like he's that guy you like to hate, and the fans actually boo him. So he works in that position, if not for a few months, but I think somehow Rusev got like jolted. For like, well, it was a pairing, and then Rusev cut his hair, and WWE wasn't happy about that, and Rusev just keeps messing up because I read that Rusev was supposed to be where Jinder Mahal is right now. But,
I can see that.
You know, shoulder injuries, go to handsome Rusev. You know, there's a reason why him and Lana aren't paired together right now. I don't know what it is, but shout out to the Maharaja, man. Good for you.
Yeah, dude. The man speaks Punjabi. In fact, actually, we have a really good. I got a good buddy of mine, Hardev. Talked about him on the show. I believe he speaks Punjabi.
Yeah, my buddy too.
On one of these next episodes, Hardev, if you're listening, we invite you to the show, but you can only speak in Punjabi.
Yeah, I invite my buddy Sakin to the show also, but you can only speak in Punjabi also. But look at 3MB in the last like 4 years. 3MB, you know, 2 of them get fired. They go do their thing. I don't know where Jinder Mahal was for the last 3 years. You know,
you get ripped, bro.
Yeah, McIntyre gets reinvented. You know, Mahal goes and finds his inner self. And now McIntyre's in NXT and Mahal's WWE champion.
Dude, and Heath Slater became really he got so over with working with Rhino and being the tag champ.
And
That's
they
nuts,
say
man.
that these new guys don't grab the brass ring. Well, Vince McMahon said that. Like, these guys are grabbing that ring, bro.
Well, I read from Jinder Mahal, but saw it on Cageside Seats, CagesideSeats.com. And one of the articles was talking about like how Jinder felt about becoming champ and what Vince's thoughts were. And in it, Jinder says, you know, I would go up to Vince and I would tell him every week I'm going to get better. Every week I'm going to get stronger. Every week I'm going to talk better on the mic. Every week, like, I'm going to improve. And Vince was like, all right, rad, cool. You know, and that's just what you have to do, you know, and that's what Jinder did. And I mean, it kind of makes sense too, because I know WWE is trying to branch into India. So, I mean, obviously this is a play towards that as well. But I'm not going to let that take away from the fact that I think Jinder truly deserves it, because he does. So what? He jobbed for so long, man. Everybody, I feel like in WWE has to go through that, like testing ground, testing time. Like, we're going to make you do some really stupid stuff, but if you can persevere and keep at it, you will be rewarded. You know what I mean? I think everybody's had dumb gimmicks and, you know, a series of losses, and then you can either let it get to you like Ryback and leave, or you can turn it into a Jinder Mahal and skyrocket yourself to become WWE champ and to pin a 13-time world champion, Randy Orton.
Yep. You're right. That's a good point. Good notes.
Yeah, man. And let's quickly talk about this Punjabi celebration. I just have to say, so I went to Hardev's wedding, and his family's Indian, and let me tell you something. These folks know how to party. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. It's like, it was like a 3-day celebration. Every night was like a reception. Food, dancing, food, dancing, food, dancing, every single night, dude. And there's like dances for everything. And it was like the most fun I've had. Everybody was just like, get on the dance floor and dance. Just dance. Keep dancing. Don't stop dancing. Eat this food. Oh my gosh. It was wonderful, man. So the Punjabi celebration I thought was great. I love the dancing coming out. I love how the Singh brothers came out too. That was pretty sweet.
Dude, wait, can we talk about the sorry to interrupt you. Can you talk about you see that spot where Orton tried to kill one of the Singh brothers at Backlash?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He even made a face like whoops, but not really whoops. It was just like, I hope you died.
No, dude, I think it was like, oh my god, you guys are lighter than I thought you were. Because these guys fighting 205, dude. That's like Orton picking up a toddler, dude, and just like hucking him. Like, oops, I forgot you were that light. That's what he made it seem like.
How tall is Randy? 6'4"?
He's like 9'2".
9'2". Yo, yeah, he totally hauled that dude. I was like, what the? Oh my god.
He did it to the first guy. Did it to the first brother, and I was like, oh, dude, that's bad. But he, like, upon watching it again, he took his fall really well. He actually like landed on his shoulder and then his head. But the second one was just he overturned him. He overthrew me. Dumped him
like
right
a full
his skull,
flip, I think,
dude.
in midair, and then landed on the table. Randy was like, ooh.
Yeah, like, ooh, that's bad. Like, I was not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, hang on. We had so much fun, cold banter and good banter and Maharaja. We actually have to take a quick little break here.
That's it?
It's been 15 minutes, bro.
That was already 15 minutes. We didn't even get to Money in the Bank.
We will after this quick little commercial break. Hey, Mike Monster, you're listening to the live version of the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Mike Monster, MikeMonster.com. Hey, Theron just ordered his T-shirt on MikeMonster.com, the official Bros Before Elbows tee. Use promo code Bros Before Elbows and get yourself a 20% discount. That discount's still going on. We've been keeping that discount strong for 3 weeks long. So buy yourself a T-shirt and become big and strong. That was my little rap. All right, so let's talk about Money in the Bank real quick before we jump into NXT Takeover.
Okay. It's like the fifth biggest paper. I think it's a bit above Survivor Series.
Whoa,
it's kind of like. Well, if they keep doing the rivalry between SmackDown and Raw, I got these Survivor Series coming back. But when Survivor Series was like one brand, it was kind of I think Money in the Bank was kind of more important.
It is,
but
I mean, you're basically crowning your next champion, unless your name is what was his name? Damien Sandow.
Yeah.
He's not even in TNA anymore. But anyway.
Ouch, bro.
Yeah, we got Money in the Bank. You got Zigglypuffs, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, couple other people who are Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn, and insert the United States champion of America, Kevin Owens, because he's a bully and he like bullied his way into the match. Why are you sighing? You don't like Kevin Owens?
You don't like this lineup?
That's actually a really, really good lineup.
Yeah,
I just wanted to give a questionable reaction. No, man, this is great. This is all strong folks. And it's the element of surprise. Who's going to win? Of course, everybody wants Shinsuke to win, but this also can set up some beefs too. So this is what's good about Money in the Bank is during the match, you can have it where, I don't know, let's just say like they decide to keep AJ and Kevin Owens feuding. You know, it could be like AJ's going for the belt or he's going for the briefcase, and then Kevin Owens power bombs him out of nowhere, and then that just kind of reignites their feud, you know? Or Shinsuke and Dolph Ziggler. Like basically they can play out a lot of these stories through the Money in the Bank match. I like it. Nope.
You guys got an early favorite to win or pick? Or are you saving that?
AJ Styles, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I want to say AJ Styles off the top of my head because he just seems like he deserves a run at the title pretty soon. But I don't know if he even needs the Money in the Bank.
Nah,
that's true.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that pick. I'm just saying he does. You don't know. Does he need a run?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, he's the best guy in the company. I mean, he's the best wrestler in the world, probably pound for pound right now. After his run in New Japan and his run in WWE, his first year in WWE. So, I mean, he seems like should be a guy who, if he's the best wrestler in the world, shouldn't he have a important belt?
He should, and he doesn't.
That's crazy to think, though, that he is the best wrestler in the world right now.
Yeah.
He was on top of New Japan. He was on top of ROH. He was on, for some reason, not on top of TNA because they're just idiots. He made it on top of WWE. I mean, it's like, geez, man, should have something to show for it more than an empty hand right now.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I can understand, like, this is going to sound weird. They can afford to slow play with AJ. I mean, he had the title for a long time, and yes, I would love to see him have it again. I'd love to even see him have the U.S. title, but right now they can afford to, like, kind of follow some other stories and then shift focus back to AJ. That's at least how I see it. Like, because right now he's not really doing much. I mean, he's in the Money in the Bank, and he just feuded with Kevin Owens, which, again, I'm sure is going to continue on. But it'd be nice to see him with the title, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary right now. I think later down the line, yeah. Like, I think he should be the guy that beats Brock Lesnar. But that won't ever happen.
Right.
So who's your favorite, Ant?
Who's my favorite?
Yeah, who's your favorite to win the Money in the Bank? Right now, one day after they announce the participants.
You know, I really want Shinsuke to win.
Ooh.
I really do. I just think it'd be sick because he's such a badass.
Theron, what's your early pick? Early bet.
Maybe Baron Corbin.
Whoa. I mean, that's kind of a guy who could need a boost.
Yeah, it's just a wild card. I want Shinsuke to win, but it's just or AJ. You got to throw a wild card in there. They're high on Baron Corbin. I think they just want to give him a little bit slower. I don't know what they're doing with him.
He should start beefing with Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews is on Raw.
Cross-brand beef.
Wait, that already happened, I thought.
Oh yeah, it did. That was quickly
Apollo
forgotten.
Crews is on Raw, and he's a heel now. I think he's in the Titus brand.
So Titus isn't even wrestling anymore?
No, he's branding. He still wrestles. He wrestles in his suit, but he's a brand. Yeah, best brand in the world, according to him. Yep. Kind of like their manager got fired for that Kobe Bryant joke. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
What happened to that guy?
Oh,
I don't know.
That's right. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, dude.
It's a horrible joke.
There's also a women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This is the first women's Money in the Bank ladder match ever.
That's confirmed? Or is that just rumored?
No, I thought it was confirmed. It's all over the internet.
No, that's awesome.
Wow, all right. I did not know that.
They didn't announce it, but everybody read is like, yeah, there's like a fatal something way, 4-way. I don't know. Pick all the women on SmackDown. They're fighting for the number 1 contendership next week on SmackDown Live, and then whoever wins gets to face Naomi, and then at Money in the Bank, I guess the leftovers will be in that match. Yeah, something like that. That'd be sick. No. Exploder off the ladder onto another ladder.
I'm trying to play out the match in my head. It's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a lot of eyes glued to the screen.
Yep, definitely. Mostly
I'm going with that Becky Lynch, by the way.
Wait, what?
I thought you were on the
Asuka train. She's not in a SmackDown Live, bro.
What if she's a surprise Money in the Bank entrant?
Oh,
it's kind of perfect.
Yeah. Then I would absolutely go for her.
She comes in and just kills everybody and climbs the ladder and wins.
and then Brock Lesnar comes out of nowhere, and then she freaking puts an Asuka lock on him, and he taps out and just forfeits his belt.
What is that? Oh my gosh! What's the Asuka lock? I only ever see her do the sliding knee kick.
No, she has like a submission move.
Isn't like a rear naked choke? Is it the choke thing or what? I don't know what it is.
Oh,
yeah, it is.
It's the Samoa Joe rear naked. Okay, gotcha.
Kind of, I think. Yeah.
I've seen her do it. She did it to
she did a Bailey. Yeah, she put Bailey to sleep, but yeah.
Night.
I would love to see. Okay, if we're talking about firsts, right? Like first women's ladder match. Why not have Asuka be the first intergender fighter? Like honestly, I would love to see her fight like Braun Strowman or Brock Lesnar or any of these huge dudes.
Why would they want her to fight those gigantic?
Why not? Because she's crazy. She's absolutely crazy, dude. And she'd do it. She would do it, and she would win.
They do it in Lucha Underground, and they got really criticized for it.
Yeah,
like a lot.
Yeah, dude. They do it. They have like triple threat, triple tag.
Oh yeah, yeah. And what's her face? Sexy Star made her like all the way to the top.
Yeah, she won the title. Supposedly, I haven't seen the whole season yet. But,
I'm sorry, she won the Lucha Underground Championship.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been out for like 7 months, but yeah, still, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. So that's why everyone was hating
on
it.
Rey Mysterio? What did he have to say about all this?
He got his ass beat by Pentagon Junior Dark.
By who?
No, actually, I don't think it was Pentagon Junior Dark that beat his ass. I think it was
Prince Puma?
Matanza.
Matanza is that Bane-looking cat.
Yeah. No, wait, but Tommy, you were saying that Lucha Underground got a lot of flack for that, for doing the intergender.
Oh, I think they not at first, but like when they put the title on it, everyone kind of like flipped on them. I think that the new season was kind of like going downhill from there, and they put that title on her in that season, so it was kind of like that turned off a lot of people from Lucha Underground.
What does Johnny Mundo have to say about all
Wow,
this?
I did not know that.
It's the current champion, aka I forgot what his name was in
John Morrison.
John Morrison. Sorry, name in
Monty
WWE.
Jundo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. But I don't think WWE will ever do intergender. I don't know. That's like doing MMA intergender match.
That's true. That's true.
It's just too awkward.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't see that ever happening.
All right, we gotta, man, we're just like burning through this show. It's crazy to think that we're almost 30 minutes in already. And I want to talk about NXT. We're going to kind of spill over into commercials and then out of commercials with our topics. But we're talking about Asuka. We're talking about, the dream of intergender. But let's jump into her brand, NXT. NXT TakeOver Chicago was last week. Personally, I've not seen the final match, which was the ladder match between Authors of Pain and DIY, but I know how it ends.
So good.
I did.
So good.
I read what happened, but I haven't seen like how it came to fruition. But damn, everything else though. Oh, NXT TakeOver, you're so good.
It was really good.
Go watch the next episode of NXT after this podcast, but it was awesome.
I didn't even know there was like they usually only do takeovers for like
big
Royal Rumble or SummerSlam. Yeah, I thought the next one's gonna be in like end of summer, not the beginning of summer. So that was like a pleasant surprise when I even found out it was like on Saturday. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What's going on? But it's definitely worth the watch, man. The UK Championship match, the Rude versus Tommy match. I mean, the ladder match is
dude,
all hitters, man. Even the opener, Roderick Strong versus Eric Young, had a good story to it.
It did, and it's still going on.
That Roddy match. It's crazy seeing Roderick Strong in NXT. That blows me away.
Yeah,
it's cool, man. It gets Eric Young of all people from TNA,
dude, right? Versus TNA. Yeah, it's nuts, dude. That's super cool. But that was a great match, great ending. What was that thing?
That UK Championship match was, I think, the match of the night, though.
That was cool, dude. JR's Barbecue did the commentary.
Yeah, he commentated, the bruiserweight Pete Dunne. He's like this rebel. Like, it was sick. I didn't watch the tournament, but I definitely watched that match, and I was like, oh, my goodness. Like, this is insane. And then Tyler Bate has his own, like, off-the-ropes clothesline move, I guess. It was dope.
It was like a bouncing, flying form. I don't know. It was, I had no storyline going into it either. I just watched a little, 2-minute preview they did before the match. Yeah, I didn't watch the tournament either, but I mean, I think Brate's, 20, and the new guy, Dunn, is, he's, 22 or 23 or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're young cats, dude.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's cool. Cats. Yeah.
So how does the UK Championship work then? So it's only, it's only fought in the UK, and do they? I don't know. I guess
it's only people of the United Kingdom that can be the champion. Those are the people that fight for it.
So, I mean, they clearly did a match on NXT
here
in the States, but I don't know. Because I mean, the cruiserweight titles fought and defended on Raw and SmackDown. You know what I mean? And it has its own show.
No, it's only on Raw. It's only on Raw.
Yeah, sorry, Raw, and then after SmackDown. Yeah. So I guess with the UK title, it's just every now and then we get to see those matches.
That's the hang up. I don't know what Triple H's plan is with that, but still makes you interested.
I don't know. Either way, all the other matches were super, super good. The Tommy, Bobby Roode match. Oh, dude, Hideo Itami's a badass, dude. I'm so glad he's back.
Man. He's sick, and he brought back the GTS.
Awesome. in Chicago, nonetheless.
Yep.
Dude, what's crazy?
When he goes up to the main roster, he should be the first man to take the Cruiserweight Championship off the King of the Cruiserweights. If what's his name doesn't do it. Aries.
Man, I want Tommy versus other people though, not stuck in the cruiserweight division.
I feel like they're going to stick him in the cruiserweight division. There, I said it.
I know. Yeah, I think you're right though, which I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too.
Man. kind of sad. Is the cruiserweight division's only like 6 months old. It's already like the kids' table.
Right. Okay, maybe he comes up and he takes the title off the Miz.
Oh, Intercontinental title. All right.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
So Tommy's dope. Because all I know of him is he was Kenta, and then he changed his name, and then he got hurt. Then he came back, and then he got hurt again, and then like I finally got to see him, and I was like, wow, this guy's impressive.
Dude, so much time has elapsed. Like they even talked about it and showed a little promo during the NXT match. Just how like I forget who, I can't think of it now, but I think like Samoa Joe and like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Nakamura and all these dudes just came through while he was injured. So it's
crazy,
nuts
man.
to think like, damn, dude. Finn Balor becoming like Universal Champ. All this, dude. It's just nuts. And now he's back. So to me, I see Hideo Itami as like the NXT guy. You know, it sucks that he lost, but like I see him as like he absolutely will be the champ. He'll be the champ for sure.
Their roster is so loaded down there. Like,
yeah.
I just thought if they have Hideo Itami, Bobby Roode, Sanity, Asuka, the Authors of Pain, Tommaso Ciampa, and Joey Gargano now because they're separated. Something called Heavy Machinery, Cassius Ohno, Aleister Black. Like the list goes on and on. Like NXT is sick.
Yeah, really. Yeah, just listed all of them off, man. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because they have to reload because they just lost Nakamura and I'm guessing some other people too.
They still got No Way Jose. They still have Cien Almas.
Cien Almas? What?
Yeah, dude. They still have. I hope they come back. But TM61.
What's TM61? Who is
the
that?
Australian dudes.
I thought that was DIY. I was confused for a while. They also have Blake and Murphy. Oh wait.
Yeah, there you go. They are, dude. They're loaded. They're definitely loaded, but they're doing stuff with it. You know what I mean? It's like it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that. All right, we got to take another quick little break here, and give a little
flying
pause.
By, man.
I know, man. Jeez. Well, hope everybody's enjoying their time on this episode of the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Of course, we're having a good time. Soon we'll be rocking our Mike Monster apparel, the Bros Before Elbows official T-shirt on MikeMonster.com. But they don't just sell our T-shirts. They also sell a lot of cool designs geared towards MCs and rappers. So if you are a music fan, if you spit bars, if you love playing polka, and you have a didgeridoo and a harmonica at home, go to MikeMonster.com. Grab yourself a cool hat. Grab yourself a cool T-shirt. Get yourself a hoodie to stay warm, even though it's going to be summertime soon. It doesn't matter. Grab yourself a cool pendant, because I'm pretty sure they sell them on the site. And use promo code Bros Before Elbows. It's the number 4, and score yourself 20% off your purchase. So back to the show. Welcome back to the unedited version. Actually, the director's cut, as I should say, that goes to YouTube live. We're back talking about NXT, how badass TakeOver Chicago was, and how Theron thought the Australian guys of TM61 was actually DIY.
So it was a case of mistaken identity, which is a segue to the end of DIY. We all know the ended, right?
I didn't see it happen, but yes, and I was sad when I read that headline.
Dude, that story was great.
That was a surprise, man. That was a really surprise, especially because
let's talk about it. Why did Tommaso Ciampa turn on Gargano on Johnny Wrestling?
Because they can't get over the hump. I think, man. I think it is frustrated. Yeah.
I mean, they won the championships once from
Revival.
Yeah, they beat them one time, and then they lost them to Authors of Pain like at the next show. So it was like and then going into this match, supposedly Ciampa's got a bad ankle, so he was kind of playing the ankle a little bit, like he was playing like he was hurt. And then once they lost, like he just, it was cool because you're thinking, I'm like, and I had heard, no, I didn't hear, I didn't know. No, I did know, because stupid WWE Network does spoilers. So, like, if you click on the app when you open it and you haven't seen the show yet, and you watch it late, like, it'll show you, like, DIY explodes. I'm like, what? And I was like, oh, they're not
messed up, dude.
I'm like, maybe they just lost. And then, like, the little credit comes up with the NXT logo and, all that. And then, like, Ciampa just, like, throws Gargano and he just snapped. He just destroyed him. And Gargano was just like woozy, like looking around, like, what's going on? Why? It was a great story. That was the greatest breakup I've seen since, I don't know.
Michaels and Jannetty.
Yeah, man. Michaels and Jannetty.
Mega powers exploding.
Mega powers exploding. Triple H turning his back on Shawn Michaels. I don't know.
The Shield.
Yeah. This is better than the Shield's breakup. It was like more of a wow factor. I was like, what? Oh, damn. They lived in an apartment together in real life.
They got a lease to worry about, man. They still got 6 months left on that thing. How are they going to work that out? It's going to get awkward.
It did.
So that
Ciampa
means
moved out.
Well, that means Ciampa would have had to have some type of conversation with the landlord beforehand, like at least giving him a heads up. Hey, man, I'm going to be breaking this lease. But don't tell anyone because I got to do it after Saturday, all right?
That's funny, man.
Oh, crazy. All right, let's jump into hey, real quick, while we're on NXT, while we are on NXT, Asuka has beat Bill Goldberg's undefeated streak.
It's insane, dude.
She's done it. Like, so what, 177 matches?
That's disgusting. How did she do that?
I think it's cool, man. I wish they played up more. Is WWE playing it up more? Or is like the wrestling internet playing it up? Who's driving this?
I think the wrestling internet. But Asuka broke the silence too because she sent out a tweet saying that she really respects Bill Goldberg but that she officially did beat his streak. So we'll see. I hope they do something about it because that's like, not only is it the NXT brand, your developmental brand, but it's also one of the strongest women in professional wrestling right now. Like longest reigning NXT Women's Champ and clearly undefeated for 177 matches.
She's some sort of a machine.
Dude, she's unstoppable. She's unstoppable.
Who's going to beat her? I'm not sold that she loses to Ember Moon in her weird eyes.
Yeah, that's freaked me out too, man.
I don't see that. She threw Ember Moon through the ring into the guardrail. Like it was another sick bump.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I don't think anybody's gonna beat Asuka.
It's gonna be
just like vacate the title, and then that'll be like I'm going into the land of the rising sun, or I'm going to like whichever brand I want.
Does the streak carry over to Raw or SmackDown, or does it count still? Or
I don't see why not.
So whenever she loses on Raw or SmackDown, it's got to be a big deal. Hopefully, they'll like make a big deal out of it, not just like bypass it like WWE does sometimes.
I just don't want to see her in SmackDown or Raw because I'm just afraid of how they're gonna like book her.
They have to come up eventually, though. That's why we're afraid of Nakamura when he came up, or afraid of Balor when he came up, or afraid
they're doing fine.
Yeah, he's got to let him walk, man.
Yeah, you can't just baby him forever. You got to let them be peacocks and let them fly.
All right. Whatever.
Just a quick side note to this. Bill Goldberg just tweeted out. It said the streak is in very good hands. Congrats. #congrats. At Asuka.
You stay in your wheelchair, Bill Goldberg.
Oh, come on, man. Even I was coming around to Goldberg for that tweet.
Yeah, it was nice, man. It was respectful.
I thought we still hated him because he's Goldberg and he was the Universal Champion for like a month.
He's coming around. He's coming around with that tweet. A good tweeting, Goldberg.
Yeah, sure.
So, speaking of other promotions, Raw, there's a Fatal 5-Way. Theron, you were talking about it before the show, before we got on, and I have really no idea what's going on.
Yeah, man. Raw has definitely turned the corner with Kurt Angle. Vince McMahon just changing his writing and stealing all of SmackDown's good wrestlers besides AJ Styles. Now the shakeup's been good. So there's a 5-way. You got Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, of course, Finn Balor, and Bray Wyatt.
There you go.
Of this fatal, extreme, no DQ, no count-out match will then challenge Brock Lesnar for the WWE Universal Championship. Spoiler alert, Paul Heyman did go on Raw this last Monday, came out. I think I didn't see it because I watched the YouTube highlights, and it just skips to them in the ring. I'm assuming Brock Lesnar's music hit, and then Heyman came out, Chicago's marked out or whatever they did, or wherever they were, and then he just like comes out to Finn Balor, and he's like, I feel like you are a great contender for the Universal Championship, and Brock Lesnar, and he didn't even say like, but he just kind of was like, yeah, you're the guy. So
kind of subliminally giving Balor his blessing.
Giving Balor his blessing. The former
blessing
good
to
brother.
be vanquished by Brock Lesnar.
Exactly. But would he be vanquished, or would they have an actual good wrestling match?
I don't think Balor could take 16 suplexes. I think he would just break apart.
He's too. It's hard to book that. Yeah, it's going to be weird. I don't know. I mean, but anything could happen, dude. Jinder's the champion, and Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar in like 10 seconds. So, I mean, like,
it's hell is happening in 2017, bro.
It is kind of weird, man. Yeah. So anything could. So maybe. I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Would you rather see Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar?
No. Don't start making Rollins
break his knee again.
Roman Reigns, dude. Don't play that. We're not taking Rollins down that path.
I think Balor will win, if only because you can still do Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe for a while. I mean, whatever. They don't have anything else to do. You can just pass Roman Reigns off to Bray Wyatt for a while, because I'm pretty sure people are tired of him. So how that match will look.
Poor Bray if he has to go against Roman, because everybody knows Roman's just gonna beat him. It's just so terrible to do to Bray's character.
No, Roman should lose. He should lose that feud. He doesn't need to win. He's the future of Vince McMahon, not he's the big face. He's the guy. He's all the muscles, all that jazz. He's a good wrestler. He doesn't need to beat Bray Wyatt in that feud. He won't, but he should.
He'd lose clean. That's what should happen. He should lose clean. Yeah. No shenanigans, no worms, no freaking weird eyeballs on the ring or whatever they did in WrestleMania. Yeah, Bray needs to win clean.
Yep. I think in that 5-way that's where you'll get the spin-off stories is Bray cost Roman. Who are the other two?
Samoa Joe and Rollins.
Samoa Joe like chokes out Rollins, or they just fight to the back, and then somehow Finn Balor pins somebody. Like a Sister Abigail happens, and then he like kicks Bray out of the ring, and then hits the coup de grace on Roman for the win, or I don't know, something.
Finn Balor's just standing in the ring and wins by count out.
Yeah, he wins.
Everyone else is it's just awkwardly standing in the ring.
Right. It's a no count out though. But I can see Finn versus Brock. I mean, this is just holding over till what's his face comes back, Brawny McBoogerface.
Brawny McBoogerface.
Unless Finn Balor actually beats Lesnar for the title somehow, and then Brawny McBoogerface versus Finn Balor. I don't know.
That could actually be a cool match, dude.
Yeah, that feud starts. Side note: who beat up? Oh, you guys haven't been watching Raw, have you?
I saw the highlights.
Kind of watched it. I fell asleep.
Yeah. Do you have any idea who beat up Enzo Amore? Was it Goldust? Goldust is back.
Oh,
it's 2000. Okay. It's 2017.
Yo, it's sick. What? Goldust? He's got the Shattered G Productions. He's producing his finest film ever.
Why would he feud?
His promo was dope.
Why would he feud with Enzo? This makes no sense.
Why not, bro?
Because he's got to take somebody out.
Where's our truth in all this? What?
Got his ass
that's
beat,
who his immediate feud is with. His vignette was like, I'm writing my story, and I'll end it when I want to with our truth, and our truth doesn't know what's gonna hit him, and blah blah blah, Goldust, all that jazz. It was sick though. I mean, Dustin Runnels has been a great performer ever since Goldust. So he's good.
What a weird character, but yes, he somehow makes it work.
He does.
True, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, before we jump into Theron's soapbox, it's that time again. Well, actually, before it's that time, you guys need to go to MikeMonster.com. You guys need to go right now. If you're listening to this show, you open up Netscape and you type in www. all in caps, MikeMonster.com, and you wait for the page to load, and then you click on a t-shirt, and then you tell it your size. And then you type in Bros 4 Elbows, the number 4, and you score yourself a 20% discount. You go to MikeMonster.com right now. Pause the show and go to MikeMonster.com and buy the official Bros Before Elbows t-shirt. Wear your t-shirt proudly, and then press the play button. And then continue on with our episode of the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast, which, by the way, subscribe on iTunes and YouTube. You can also check us out on Podbean. And, of course, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Try to keep that updated as much as possible. It's that time again. Darren's Soapbox.
Welcome to my world. The world of Red Bull. No. Anyway, this week, I just want to take a moment to actually recognize the man we just talked about. Raw's going to have a fatal 5-way here in a few weeks. I think week after next. And everyone wants to know who's going to be the number one contender. My money's on Finn Balor, who never lost the Universal Championship to begin with. Why not put Finn Balor up against the Beast? Whether he wins or loses, it doesn't really hurt his credibility because it is a beast. You know, a man who's in his lair right now, hibernating, waiting, lurking in the shadows. You know, a man who Bray Wyatt said he would actually face and tear the heart out of. I think Finn Balor should face this beast. And whether it's regular, super cool, Fonz Finn Balor or Demon King Finn Balor, I don't really care. My money's on Finn Balor to win this fatal 5-way at Extreme Rules. You heard it here first in the soapbox. The other thing I want to talk about on a lighter, more comedic note is the comic genius of the Fashion Files. I'm not sure who wrote that. Maybe Road Dogg wrote it since he's part of SmackDown Live Creative. But it is a genius storyline. You got Fandango and you got old Tyler Breezango, a tag team that lasted longer than the Golden Truth, which formed at the same time. They have their own vignettes. They got files. They got guns with water. They got costumes. You know, I want to see where the Fashion Files could go. Could they become the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions? Could they jump over the Raw, solve some cases of fashion faux pas over there, become the Raw Tag Team Champions? The possibilities are endless. And these are two great in-ring performers. You got to love the Fashion Files. You know what I'm saying? You got to love the history behind it. You got to love the Law & Order Kirky music. That's my soapbox for now. Stay tuned for more Fashion Files.
Are there donuts?
There are definitely donuts. And they're crispy.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I love soapbox. That soapbox again. It's just, it's gonna be an upgrade from a soapbox, man. That thing is like polished and pristine right now after the last 3 weeks of live soapboxes.
Darren's Podium?
Yeah, Darren's Podium. You can make a song out of that, right?
Can I have some decorum, please? No.
Oh my God, what happened to Wade Barrett?
Oh my God, Wade Barrett! No.
I don't know where he is now. Not sure. Who knows? Poor guy.
He was passed on being cast for the challenge.
Are you serious? Is that a fact?
I don't know. I just made that up.
Oh man, that's not even the shit. You have sources for this?
Oh, that would suck if he actually did, and they passed him up. Like, no, man, you're just not cool enough. What decorum? I hated that bad news gimmick. By the way, that was so dumb.
I was coming around to it at the end, but yeah, it was pretty dumb at the start. But I mean, I was coming around to it. Yeah, he kind of made it work. But
I think he was like a 3-time Intercontinental Champion, maybe even 5. I don't know. Every time he was supposed to get pushed to the top of the card, he got hurt though. So whatever.
You want to know who's more relevant than Wade Barrett?
Alberto El Patron.
Oh, I was gonna say Jinder Mahal because he's the WWE.
That's insane. God.
I was joking.
Jinder Mahal has eclipsed all of the other high class jobbers. That's crazy.
Yeah, he has.
Oh man! Speaking of relevant people, let's talk about Johnny Bananas and the MTV Challenge. His beef with CM Punk. CM Punk is on this season of the MTV This Challenge. It's champs versus pros. So that inspired our question of the day, which is, which current male and female WWE superstar would you pick to be on your challenge team? So you gotta think the challenge is like they do all these weird things. They do like Fear Factor stuff. They do like obstacle course stuff. They do like mental stuff. So like, who would you pick, man, to be on your team? Let's go to Theron first. It seems like he's watched the most challenge out of the three of us. Even though he's taken like a 5-year break from the challenges.
I have. No, it's only been like 2 years. Or no, I watched last year too. Yeah.
But
Anywho,
pre-show meeting was a faust.
I'm just gonna go with my guts and just trust this. I'm gonna pick Dolph Ziggler as the male. He's a pretty good athlete, in shape. Sure, he does gross stuff when no one's watching. I don't know. He just seems like that kid. And he was in the Spirit Squad, man. And then for females, I would want to say Charlotte, but I don't know if she'd do Fear Factor type stuff. I don't know. Is she from North Carolina? Is she from from where I live? Is she like actually from here? She was raised here, right?
I think so. I mean, Mr. Ric Flair has one of his homes, or Florida, or used to be from Minnesota, I think, too. So I think she's from Carolina, though.
Yeah, we'll go with her. Girls out here are pretty country. They're pretty hardcore, man. They don't wear shoes on their feet. You know I hate that.
another Theron sidebar.
Theron will not like you if you don't wear shoes.
That's
girl.
That's true.
If you don't wear shoes in the street, I'll tell you something, and we're not going to get into that right now. It's like a common thing out here.
Oh my god!
Anthony, who do you want on your MTV Challenge team to help you compete for cash prizes?
You know what? I gotta take the veteran, bro. I gotta take Miz.
Oh, that's a good pick.
That's a good pick, dude.
That's a really good pick, man.
Bro, he knows what's up. So I'd kick it with Miz, and I'd also take Asuka.
I'm gonna go with John Cena. I think the guy's like super competitive, and he seems like he's like the dude who would, like, if you're playing a game of like checkers or like tic-tac-toe, he would try to beat you, even though he wouldn't. Just like he's super competitive, man. And I guess you got to be at some point to get that far in your career. And then for the women, I'll take someone who's like good with like the mind games and good with like doing alliances and stuff, because for like reality show you need alliances. So I'm gonna go for Alexa Bliss. I feel like she could she might be, her like small size could help with some of the challenges, and then her like I don't know, her people skills could kind of help you form alliances and stuff. So I'll go for Alexa Bliss and John Cena.
Oh man,
those are good picks. Alexa Bliss likes the Lonely Island.
True.
Yeah. John Cena's like Superman. So.
Yeah, dude, that is crazy, man. If you see him on Total Divas, he's quite a character, man.
Yeah, I gotta binge watch the last few episodes of that show.
Yeah, Total Divas is really, really good.
I know,
especially when Miz is on there. He just steals the show.
Yeah, he's actually he's kind of winning fans over, I think, with his performance on Raw and his performance on Total Divas.
He is. He's getting some cheers, I think.
He's just trying to be a contender, dude. He's just trying to do the best he can.
2017, man, what a wacky year. We're only 5 months in, dude. Pro wrestling is like turned upside down.
Oh my gosh. It really has. Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion.
He is in the same class as Hulk Hogan, the Iron Sheik, the Hitman Hart, Bob Backlund, Shawn Michaels, Yokozuna, the Undertaker. Yeah, the Undertaker. Big Daddy Cool Diesel, which is one of the horrible runs ever. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Chris Jericho. I mean, Eddie Guerrero.
Mick Foley, The Rock, President Rock,
Brock Lesnar, Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal standing beside them. It's crazy, man. What are Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre doing at this moment? Where did they go wrong?
Drew McIntyre is probably gonna. I can't fully predict it now, but
yeah,
he was TNA champ. He was, I believe he's gonna be NXT champ at some point. And
I think
I think he might, if anything, be Intercontinental champ. I don't know if he'll ever be WWE champ. Maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Anything can happen, dude.
And he's like, dude, Drew McIntyre's like 6'12". Like, he's huge.
He's a big dude.
Vince McMahon liked him before, so why can't he like him again?
True. All right. Well, we'll be here.
I don't know about Heath Slater though. Not really sure.
Yeah.
He's got kids, bro.
He's got kids.
He does. He got to feed them kids.
He's got a chance.
He's got to get those tag belts back, dude. Him and Rhino.
They got to get the Raw tag belts now.
Oh, that's right.
Oh wow, I forgot about that. All right. Well, good episode, man. It flew by fast, man. The 50th episode might be our fastest episode. It seemed like
it really did. Yeah. I was kind of freaked out because I was like, "Oh man, I don't have much of this outline," but it all came together, and it just seemed like every couple moments it was go to MikeMonster.com. Mike Monster. This episode is brought to you by Mike Monster.
Mike Monster, yeah.
Totally. No, but great episode. Thanks for listening to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Be sure to talk about it with your friends. Share our posts from Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Check out the director's cuts on YouTube. And, of course, follow us on the Tweet Machine. That's where all of our banter goes into throughout the week. So we'll recap the show. Excuse me. And just talk with fans and all that good stuff. So thanks for listening.
Elbow drop your friends, people.
Shout out Carmella's abs.